Ready for you next time, everybody say yeah. Put your hands together.
Yo, what is up, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy Jay Tuck, and we are covered 3. But sometimes you got to call it audible. And today we run a little quarters, and we got my dog, Boss Cowboy, in the building, running a little cover 4. Boss, what's going on with you, big dog?
What's up with it?
What's good?
Look, we got a lot to talk about, man, because, Boss, we ain't wrapped in a minute on camp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, y'all boycotted me, man, over that Booker. Y'all was all mad at me over that, man. Yeah, we friends now?
Booker public enemy number 1 out here. I've been seeing a lot of Booker hate.
Yeah. It's Booker hate?
Man, I see some Booker hate on in the street. Not like genuine Booker hate, just like it's a lot more better interior offensive lineman. I'm like, you know,
that part ain't true, but I mean,
it's that RAS score. That's all that is.
It's that RAS score, man. That's
y'all know how people love them RAS scores, y'all.
Man, it just bring out the stat nerds, bro. You know how they do.
Yeah, them RAS scores, man. Them colorful charts.
Oh, he's not athletic. It's like, what you want him to be? Like running a 10, 20, and 40 at 330. Like, you know.
Man, I'm about to say, dog, what the hell is a guard going to do running the 3-cone, dog? Like, he's running the L drill.
You gotta get his 3-cone together.
Crazy. It's crazy. So,
hey,
yo,
if you're watching everybody that jumped in, y'all make sure whoever channel y'all on, y'all hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? And keep the chat engaged, man. I know we don't be interacting with y'all as much when we do the show, but don't think we're not paying attention, man. We want y'all to know that, you know what I'm saying, we ain't forget about y'all.
Facts. So we got a lot to discuss. So, Boss, I'm kicking it over to you, bro. So yesterday we kind of heard some comments from Brian Schottenheimer. I saw that you posted a video and also went live. Yeah. What was your thoughts, bro, when you heard Schotty kind of speak on a few things? I think certain parts of the fan base has heard different things. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you kind of hear what you want to hear.
Yeah, telephone.
I'm gonna get to you, dog. And what was your thoughts on yesterday's interview?
I mean, you said it perfect, man. Just, Tuck, very cerebral dude. I saw that a lot of people took what they wanted to take out of it. Like, so if you wanted to be team weapons, you gleaned what he said when he was asked about 12. You just took it and ran with it. If you wanted team trenches, then you could have took some nuggets out of it. What I saw was actually more him discussing trenches as a foundation on both sides. And he also mentioned that he really got the trenches on the defense pretty much out the way in free agency, which is still kind of leaving holes and potential for offense. So I saw the real foundation of what he was saying. Like when they asked him about the East, he talked about the trenches. You know what I'm saying? When they asked him about the identity, he said physical, and then he talked about the trenches again. But it was both sides. It wasn't just offensive trenches. It was defense and offensive trenches. So, and then the thing that stood out is when he started talking about at 12, you focus on those playmaking, touchdowns. So people go think weapons, interceptions. So people go think corners and safeties. Then you think about sacks. So you go think about tackles. You go think about edge, right? I think that was a smoke screen, though. I don't even believe, because when he said when you build from the outside in,
yeah,
that's foundational.
That's all team weapons need to hear, bro. That was it.
Yeah, that's all team weapons.
Got him.
Got it. It's like, nah. And see, this is the thing, man. People got to realize these guys are vets. They understand that they have to move in stealth. They understand that their owners' meeting is where everybody's go perk up and try to get clues of what the opponent might be doing so that they can jump you. So it was It was why that was so different than everything he was saying. I think he was smoke screening, bro. I don't believe that honestly for a second.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead, Ron.
Now, I agree with Boss, man. Y'all don't get a chance, man. Go check out Boss's show from last night. You probably going on tonight too. You know what I'm saying? But big game, James, man. I gotta get a shout out to my OG. he psychoanalyzed and broke down Brian Schottenheimer and his tendencies. I'm actually going to do a show focused on it too. But if y'all get a chance to, before I get a chance to drop that, because it's an interview, I challenge everybody to go back and listen to again and be hyper focused on Brian Schottenheimer, because I'm looking at him. He's a diplomat. You know what I'm saying? Very diplomatic. Yeah. And he does not want to rub no one the wrong way. He understands that he's in a very unique and a very, very good space. He don't want to come out and piss the Joneses off quite yet because he just got there. So I get it. He's playing the game on that side. He also knows what to say to appease the fans. I can tell by the keywords and the way he was laying some stuff out. I said, oh, Schottenheimer's a diplomat. I get it. Mm-hmm. He knows what to say and how to say it to not rub no one the wrong way. He ain't want to piss the fans too much. He ain't want to piss the Joneses off too much. He's just like, he gonna keep his coaches happy. He was hitting them keywords. He ain't get. It's one of those things where they say you ain't lean too far, too left. Right. Not political, y'all. I know how y'all get. But I think that the thing that stood out to me the most is I don't think he was lying when he start talking about what he wants at 12. He covered the whole gamut. If you paid attention, the thing that I think he was focused on was he was saying, I want somebody at 12 that's going to provide impact. And not a what is it? What a slow cooked meal. Yeah, as me and Boss was talking about earlier. Y'all know we be chopping it up off the joint. We don't want no player that's going to be like, you know what? Right after we draft him, the first thing you got to say is, well, in 2 to 3 years he'll be this. We don't want that at 12. We need instant impact. Now that might be instant impact in the trenches, offensive or defensive, and it might be instant impact in the receiving room or the running back room. You just never know. But we want somebody that's going to come onto the field and instantly be like, he a dog. Kind of like the impact we saw when Overshown got a chance to step on the field healthy. Mm-hmm. He flashed like, oh, whoa, I didn't know it was all that. That's what we want with our 12th pick. And that's what I think Schottenheimer's saying. Now, he did a good job of not letting you know exactly where he's going. He threw a smoke screen, but after I listened to Boston show, I was like, he almost got me. So I'm not, as much as I want direct weapon, I can see them going with a pass rusher or impact, like trench player, like offensive lineman. It just has to be somebody that they feel really comfortable with. Like, please don't go out there and whiff and get me. I know one of the contentious players out here is Micah Williams. That's kind of like a debate right now because you can see like a great run defender and things like that, but you might not see the pass rush impact. So it's a debate, you know. But I just want somebody that I like seriously. As soon as we draft a player, it sends a jolt through the locker room, the fan base, the front office. That's why I'm leaning towards somebody like a Ted McMillan, because I know as soon as his name is called, it's going to send a jolt through the entire franchise.
Well, let me ask you this, DMV, because I feel like that's my biggest concern when it comes to Cowboys fans as we gear up for this draft coming up in Green Bay. I think those guys are going to be gone. The electric charge guys.
Oh no, don't do it. Stop.
I really do, right? I think the Genty's electric charge, right? I think Tech's electric charge, right? Mm-hmm. Mason Graham, Abdul Carter, like those, but it's a short few. So once you start to get past that pack, I think the biggest concern for me personally in DMV, I'm going to ask you this question as well. We got a lot of holes to still to fill when it comes to this roster. And I think that's why Cowboys fans are uneasy. And that's why we're arguing guard versus wide receiver and wide receiver versus running back and running back versus corner and all these different positions, because
they should have still been signing players in free agency.
Right. So once again, right, you know, and I was going to say this, but since we live, I'll say it publicly. I really feel sorry for those people who said the Cowboys are moving different. Cowboy, they ain't do nothing but move back. They ain't do nothing but move back. Here we are with more holes than ever, and now we having conversations about Diggs and also Overshown, which we kind of knew wasn't going to be ready for the season. So now it's linebacker holes, cornerback holes. But you know, DMV, I ask you this: like, take Genty off the board, take Tet off the board. Who is the electric charge player that the Cowboys could draft to get everyone back on board, back signing in and buying into this franchise?
I know.
All right, so if we're talking about electric charge, it's probably gonna be Luther Burden. If we're talking about electric charge,
I might as well take him off. They ain't doing that, though. They ain't doing that. Doing that. Yeah.
Nah, but
you got to do the Cowboys version of Luther Burden.
Yeah, the Cowboys version.
The Cowboys version of Luther Burden is who I have on my thumbnail.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Golden.
Yeah, but for me, I would rather it be Ibuka. But Matthew Golden is probably, because it's Texas that sells tickets. That's probably
the Cowboys version of Luther Burden.
Exactly. Yeah, we gonna get the Tiger Woods version of Luther Burden. I mean, yep. Yeah, you ain't wrong. And honestly, man, when I listened to what Shotty was saying yesterday, I didn't hear much of nothing. And it was funny because in the morning, I texted y'all a video of Mike McCarthy saying the same thing. He and I think Tuck, what did you call him? You said Timu McCarthy.
Yeah, them buzzwords, man. We're gonna be tough, strong, physical, marry the pass game with the run game when we want. It's just like, bro, you've been saying it. I remember I did a video on Schottenheimer when he first got here, and it's the same thing, right?
But the difference is he got a chance to show different. Mike McCarthy we had years of evidence of like, you lying. Schottenheimer does have a chance to show different. I can't guarantee he will, but he got a chance to show different. He better show and prove, or we on him. He's not gonna get 4 years of grace.
And that's the thing.
Facts. And I was gonna say, Boss is gonna feel me when I say this, right? Because I think he was kind of alluding to it yesterday in our content creators, chat. Man, Shotty got a little finger in him, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna appease everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Diplomat.
Yeah, exactly. You said diplomatic, and I wrote on my notes Littlefinger. You know what I'm saying? Like, he know what this person like. He know what that person like. What was Littlefinger? Littlefinger was a pimp. Like, I get a little bit of pimp vibes from Shotty and how he talked to people and stuff now.
But if you do it right, it could be a weapon. If you do it right. Or you could just be trying to appease people for the sake of it, which sucks. So
we're gonna find out pretty soon. We're gonna find out soon. The draft is gonna tell us.
First 4 games, you ain't gonna be able to hide.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been saying week 6. So, boss, let me ask this question when it comes to Shotty. Do you think that he's actually in the driver's seat? Because that's my concern. Right.
Good question.
And that's where I concern that it's going to be a team that's trying to really be built in the Joneses, Will McClay image, but Shotty's just the guy, the face of it, right? So that's where my biggest concern. But do you think that he's actually going to be able to be in the driver's seat and bang the desk for his guy, and Jerry, Will, and Steven are going to listen? I think you went on mute, maybe?
Muted.
Yeah. I think you went on mute, bro.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Well, I know people love optimism around this time, but I can't lie and not talk about the concerns that I'm seeing. First of all, I'm not gonna let the word difference get out my head. That Jerry said that one of the things that he really liked about him is that he showed difference, which is basically respect.
That was telling.
Yeah, that was very telling. And then I'm watching you now, and I'm seeing too much like kind of company man, and it's concerning me. Like when I hear you say stuff like, yeah, I talked to Steven, and the whole goal was to go into this draft with BPA, and you talking to me. You talking
on that, bro, because I watched this show.
Right. Go ahead, boss.
You talking to me, you talking to Tuck, you talking to Rome, you talking to DMV. Like, we know what the needs are. We know that receiver 2 is the biggest need. We know corner is the biggest need after that. We know now DT and quarterback is now kind of fighting with each other on the 3rd and 4th need. So we like, are you trying to tell us that y'all gonna make 4 acquisitions within the next 2 weeks? So it's like it makes me concerned because it's like you singing the right song, but it's not matching the reality. It's like y'all are not walking into this draft with BPA, and and I'm not gonna sit up here and just pom just because it's the off season, because I know y'all walking in with major needs. That's why we've been having these fights.
Yeah.
So it's one of them things like and then it was what he also said with that clip on Jerry when he said, you know, I've never been around somebody so committed to winning.
Yeah. See, it's just
What?
It's just it gives me ick vibes, y'all. It's just
real.
because he doesn't have the cachet, the resume, or probably the fortitude to even stand up to him as we gear up for the draft. And it's not a knock to Shotty. We've all done it. We've all been hired for brand new
That's
jobs.
what I was gonna say. I'm about to shoot
Hey, boss,
fail.
you work weekends?
He just got that
Yeah,
job.
work no weekends. Yeah,
Joe can balls.
yeah. And you just like, bro, I don't want to. I told you on the interview, I don't want to work weekend. But what can you do when you've been given this opportunity that no one has ever even offered you, right? So you're kind of embedded to the Joneses.
Waiting 18 years.
Yeah,
hey, you gotta let your nuts hang though. Like,
right.
You can't sit back because see, we know Jerry and them already said that they was in the personnel meetings with Mike McCarthy.
Right.
And they was having personnel meetings every Monday after the game, and they admitted that.
Right.
So, and then I look at the history of what Mike McCarthy had to do to win. He had to push back. He had to come out professionally and say, I wasn't for these option routes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but he had to at least say it. It was professional, but he said Zimmer had to say, man, we need some noses. Right. Like, I like Mozzie. He said Mozzie doing good, but they had to let their nuts hang. And it's
Can
like,
I say something though?
Yeah.
Because I agree with you on letting your nuts hang. I'm not saying that because that's how we get down. That's how we give it up.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, I would say around like November, I was doing one of my live shows. I said, when we was talking about who I want as a coach, I said, I want a salesman like Jerry because Jerry Jones is a stubborn ego person. And as soon as you bring ego to ego, he draw a line in the sand and start acting goofy.
Yeah.
See the Micah and Jerry contracts.
Right.
So any signs of like you bucking up, he from that era, like, oh, all right, let me go ahead and shut you down. You seen him get emotional on the radio.
Right. Yeah. Notice Zimmer didn't give a chance. He didn't even give Zimmer a chance.
He got him up out of there. He said,
he got him up out of there. Like when you push back, you can get axed.
You gotta swindle him.
Get your damn act together.
Yeah.
I can't give Brian Schottenheimer I can't give him that label. He has to show me that that's what he's doing. But that's your best bet versus Jerry is to, I hate to say it, you gotta schmooze him. You gotta make him feel like I'm doing what you want, but I'm really doing what I want. But my point is, I want to shoot him some bail, but I just need to see results for Schottenheimer. I ain't gonna completely just like issue on him like, yo, you trash. But I can't give him completely I can't glorify him neither.
Right.
It's really incomplete. You gotta what you said you was last night, boss. I'm Missouri.
Yeah.
You gotta
show me state, baby.
I'm Boss Missouri. That's my new name. Not Boss Cowboys, Boss Missouri. Real talk.
Well, boss, we don't mess with Missouri too heavy. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
I'm doing it from the show me state. You know what I mean? You gotta show me, man.
Luther Burden and Kay Adams, man. Besides that, no, we don't.
Is that how it is up there, man? Y'all be
that's a true beef, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Really? Nah, we're gonna get you another nickname.
Yeah, we gotta come up with something else. You know what I'm saying?
Boss show me state. Boss show me.
Yeah. Show me state or something.
But it's true though. Like I want him. That's the boss told me earlier. He's like, bro, you ain't super positive. You just always want to be glass half full, and I do. And then I get mad when it don't work, and I knock the glass over. So I want Shotty to work. I don't want to just be like, you trash. Now he don't got a lot of, you got like some cachet or a resume to be like, there you go. But I do like what I've been hearing. I just need him to execute. But that's how I feel about like 45 to 50% of our roster. A lot of y'all got to show and prove. The years of us giving people glorified passes is gone, bro.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's a terrible spot to be in, dog, where 45% of your roster, like you're looking at them like
proving guys.
Prove
it.
Yeah. And it's always like that though, if you think about it. because of the 1-year deals that they sign and how they operate the roster management and stuff. It's always like that. And that's why we are who we are. You got a team full of underdogs. And if you got a team full of underdogs, you got a team that's really ready to get their ass whooped. I mean,
Right.
Let me ask Tuck this.
So to echo what DMV just said, this is what scares me the most, right? And I think Schottenheimer will be a good coach in Tennessee, right? But Dallas is completely different. And the thing that DMV just said that scares me is that you have an underdog coach with underdog players. And so that's where he's going to be able to relate. And I've been telling everybody about this.
Yeah.
When it comes to Jalen Tolbert, Schottenheimer and Tolbert are like this. And I can see the conversation of no one believed in Dak and he had to show improve and nobody believed in me and I got mine. And Jalen, nobody believes in you and I'm going to coach. It's that stuff. And I'm telling people that Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes, when they come to Kansas City, will not care. When the Green Bay Packers come to Dallas, they will not care. When we play against the Detroit Lions next year, they will not care about these cute underdog stories. You have to go out there and get proven guys. And I feel like this team is going to have a very type underdog-ish type roster, which concerns me because that's probably going to be the echo of their coach.
Let me say this. To echo your point, Tuck, excellent point. We got underdog coach and underdog players, but we got front runner expectations.
Right.
Because you in Dallas. You feel me? So
yes.
Shotty, I don't know if you listen. I know I've come to realization a lot more people listening to all of our shows. I'm gonna just put everybody in the bucket than we want to give credit to. Do not marry yourself to somebody that's gonna get you fired. Mm-hmm. You are not in the position to be giving people passes. You need to be worrying about yourself. When they say the plane going down, what do they tell you to do? You put the oxygen mask on yourself.
Right.
Even before your kids, because you can't save them if you pass out. Shotty, unfortunately, you got on a plane that was already going down. You trying to pull the plane up and stabilize it. You ain't got time to be trying to teach Jalen Tolbert how to fly.
Right.
He need to teach himself how to fly. And that goes for everybody else that I consider in the show me realm.
Yeah.
If you a man of merit and you want to be good, it ain't Shotty's job to give you a pass. Jalen Tolbert, you've been on this team too long. And the only person I'm really like in that whole receiver room to give a slight pass to, and it's not like a starter pass, it's just a pass to see you develop, is Robert Flournoy because he only got a year.
Yeah.
Everybody else been around. Brooks, Tolbert, Moreno, all the Jalen's.
Hey, yeah, I'm about to tell everybody, hey, he talking about the Jalen, Joe. He talking about the Jalen.
Jonathan Mingo, you don't get a whole bunch of passes because you've been in the league long enough. Y'all gotta show and prove. I'm tired of just, it's a good, like Tuck was saying, I'm tired of the feel-good stories.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried, if anyone tried to be feel-good story, man, it was me. But it's over for that. Y'all gotta put in some work. So if camp come and you elevate to the point where I gotta turn on my ring light and say, yo, man, I ain't know. Jalen Tolbert did really excelled. I see a different type of command. And then I wait until the game start and you really balling. I'll apologize. But I'm not about to depend my whole season on you guys have elevated to the next level. Nah, I want to bring Ted McMillan in so you all can look over your shoulder like, did I just lose my job? Yes.
That to be honest with you, and to piggyback what you're saying, though, that's the only type of player that's gonna get us excited for training camp, because we didn't see Jalen Tolbert have a good one, Jalen Brooks have a good one. We didn't see all of y'all. I don't want to call them bums, but we didn't see y'all all ball out at training camp, and then when the lights turn on, you know what I'm saying, your tail get tucked between your legs. Like
what I said earlier, boss.
Time is up, bro.
Yep.
It is what it is. I don't want to see no more clips. I don't want to see no.
Yeah, we're not doing no camp clips.
Yeah, none of that, bro.
None of that.
Let me. I said this to boss earlier. I want to ask whoever want to answer it. It was a reason why I said I like Matthew Golden. I like that he turned up when the lights got the brightest.
That's true.
Because I know people say it's a small sample size, but I'm tired of us bringing players in here that ain't ready for that. South Alabama ain't prepare you for that. Western
Facts.
Michigan ain't prepare you for that.
Woo!
I need
Speaking.
somebody that can, when the lights is brightest, like DMV was just saying, you ready. And I got to give Golden this. When the lights was bright, that game was on the line, and
Every time.
Scatterbutt was running up and around. And I'm just saying, though, people's will get broken easily.
Yeah,
But,
he was ready for the big lights, though.
So people's will get broken easily. And it would have been real easy for people in Texas to be like, yo, man, it ain't our day. But I seen Golden turn up and like really be like laser focused. I like that about him. That's what made me say, you know what? He might not. I mean, it's hard to beat Ted because that's like freaking nature. But I'm talking about just like want to, and on the biggest moments, that'd be our biggest problem. We want Jalen Tolbert to. I know he turned up in Pittsburgh one time, but I'm talking about consistently. Like CeeDee Lamb turned up when the lights is on. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it, and that's just what I want out of my players. So, like, I know I Tuck like Luther Burden because I know he wouldn't shy away from them lights.
Right.
Hey, Luther Burden reminds me so much of Dez, bro. But go ahead, Tuck.
He a dog.
I just know I knew when I got to the combine and I talked to Luther Burden, I said, I love you, dog, but it's just not Dallas. It's just too much, right? But that's the reason why I love Luther Burden coming out of this draft, because I feel like if we didn't have CeeDee Lamb and we needed a number one wide receiver, I feel like the conversations with these receivers would be completely different, right? Because if I'm the Titans, I would probably look a little hesitant at T-Mac, to be honest with you. If I'm the Titans, I look a little bit different at Mecca. I look different at Golden.
They're not ready for one.
The one guy that I know I could probably target 14, 15 times a game and can make things happen, it would be Luther Burden. Luther Burden was everyone's number one consensus wide receiver last year, and I posted the clips. Brady just cooked him. Like it was something like he was just a horrible season, like for Missouri. So me personally, I like Luther Burden, and I want that type of the raise the standard. Because I'll ask you this, boss. When you think about what we've done in the offseason, just, bringing back Osa, who have we brought and added to this roster of a guy that's been solidified, that's proven outside of Osa?
I got one, but
I
got one.
Oh no, you solidified like you talking about like brought in? No, I got one.
Fowler.
Look, I ain't gonna lie.
Fowler. Yeah, that's who I was thinking.
Oh yeah,
Fowler.
Yeah, Fowler.
But it's sad that I had to think though. I was really going through it.
I just forgot about that.
It automatically popped in my head. I thought about Fowler. I honestly didn't want him to go when he left, and because I felt like we were holding back snaps when he left, and then he went to Washington and had a pretty good year over there.
Right.
But outside of that, like you're absolutely right.
Right. So Fowler is the only addition outside of Osa where we don't say, I mean, I hope he can turn to something. Kyer Elam's a project. Peyton Turner, project. Murray, project. Sanborn, project. Right. Javonte Williams, even though he kind of went through us, right? He's more of a project. Miles Sanders proven, but he's older. So these aren't instant impact guys.
You know what they are, Chuck? They extended draft picks.
Right.
They're extended. The Dallas Cowboys drafted them like they got a 20-person draft. They signed them, I mean. So they're looking at them like we can develop them like we develop a rookie. I ain't saying that's the smart thing to do.
It's the we can save them.
Looking at it.
We can save them. We can change them. It's that mentality, and we don't have time for that as the NFC East and the NFC is getting a whole lot tighter. So, boss, I'm gonna pivot to you, bro, because I know this was conversation, right? We're hearing wide receivers. Now, what I want to prepare Cowboys fans for, I don't think we go on wide receiver at 12. I really don't think that we do. So just prepare yourself for it. I want to, but do I think we're gonna do it? Absolutely not. Right?
You're gonna go Armand Mimbo, and I'm gonna punch somebody in their forehead.
Nah, I think it's gonna be cornerback. I think it's gonna be corner.
Yeah,
I'm starting to lean towards that.
But let me ask you this, boss. When it comes to the wide receivers, who do you think would be the best fit for the Dallas Cowboys at 12, and why?
It was hard until you said it was easy until you said at 12. So when you said at 12, it got complicated because I feel like pretty much every receiver to me has flaws. Ted has flaws. Like Ted flaws to me is him against press coverage. So and he go get a lot of good press coverage in the league. They go see it. They go see that college tape that he struggled against it, and they go try to take away his strength. right?
Get in his chest.
And get in his chest. And that's what they're gonna try to prevent that timing. Matthew Golden is his experience, right? Now he passed all the tests, but he don't have a lot of experience, right?
Yeah.
To me, the most complete receiver that fits us the best in terms of what Shotty said that he wanted when he said physicality, that's Ibuka. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think he the most complete. I think he fit us the best, even though
he got one tendencies. That's his flaw. Is he a one or is he just a great two?
But see, we don't need a one though. That's the problem. You know,
yeah, guess what? And that's his flaw. To your point, like so, it's like every one of them got a little bit of stank on them. It was almost like when we was picking in that Mozzie class. Right. When we got to the bottom, all of them had warts. Let's be honest. Like everyone, it was warty down there. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see the receivers. It's to me, if you get wiped out at 12, I would try to move down 3 spots, and I would be content with almost any one of them, but I would be hoping for Ibuka. And the reason being is because I feel like those 3 receivers, if we talking about Matthew Golden, if we talking about Ibuka, if we talking about Luther, I think that's almost trying to figure out the difference between Dez when he was picked and Thomas, right? We wouldn't have cared. Let's be honest. As much as we love Dez, career-wise, it was just the same as Thomas over there at Denver, right? Like, you see what I'm saying?
I almost threw hands over that conversation. Man.
Production-wise.
Yeah, I mean, production-wise.
Like, we'll go with Dez. But but in terms of a quality number one, that's how I see those 3. Like, I think we'll be happy with all 3. I think the best fit, the one that fit like Dez fit us, is Ibuka. Now, I did want to say one more thing and throw a curveball at y'all and just see how y'all hit this. I think Shotty, he talking good on one other thing, and I want to keep my eye on this. He said, man, my whole goal is to create pure competition. Y'all remember
that? I did hear him say that. I did hear him say that.
I gotta watch that interview again, man. He said a lot.
That's where he gonna be tested. And see, and that's where, honestly, this is where we got to be ready to have his back. Because we got a hashtag sitting in the wings, let Shotty cook. It's sitting there waiting. We ain't shoot it yet, but we got it loaded in the clip. Because that's what I'm going to be looking for. Because that's the thing that Steven and Jerry like to do. They like to force their guys. And that's going to tell me, is Shotty really in control?
That is fact.
Yeah, and he also named Dante Fowler by name too. You know what I'm saying? Which means he knew what was going on with him when he left.
Right.
He knew. Fact. That's why they brought him back.
Yeah.
But I want to see that safety room gonna tell me a lot.
That safety room gonna tell a lot.
lot.
Running back gonna say a lot too.
Running back, but also the type of receiver that we get, right? Because I've been trying to explain to people, we have a lot of XY receivers, you know. So if we go get another X, that will let Mingo and Tolbert and all you guys, like, you know what I'm saying, just the best of the best and let the best man win. So yeah, I think running back, you know,
and let me tell you why I said running back. Me and DMV had this conversation 2 days ago. We was high on them running backs last year. Almost every one of them got beat out by the vets.
Yep.
So let's keep it real. We, for the most part,
in the draft.
Yeah, in the draft, like all the guys we was
the one I really wanted, but
the one you really wanted, the one that went to Tampa,
Bucky. Yeah,
Bucky.
This year though, let's keep it.
It took him a minute.
Your guy, he wasn't my guy. You feel me? Like,
I'm not gonna sit here and hold you.
Yeah, Bucky was that sleeper you found. The other ones was like. Yeah, where we all was kind of unanimous on, like Allen and we
Benson,
Benson, old boy out of Tennessee.
Allen get a pass. The Jets draft 55 running backs a year. Allen get a pass because he can't get on the field.
They took 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? They took 2 of them. Yeah, but like last year,
if Allen was a Cowboy, he might have got some burn.
And honestly, I would say that about this wide receiver class. It reminds me of last year's wide receiver class. Like me personally. My number 1 wide receiver, we're not getting him, is Travis Hunter. Like, so he's just up there, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say when you said the whole 14 touches thing, I was like, Travis Hunter can do that too. But
yeah. But we messed that up. So I'm tossing Travis Hunter out. You know what I'm saying? So now we typically say the tags are touching, the tags are tangled, because I can make an argument for Trey Harris or, or Jalen Noel or, Higgins or Jalen Roy. Like it's not that big of a separation where it's, someone is up here, like a Mecca is up here, and then Royals is completely down here. You know what I'm saying? So
I think we're going to see that draft day, Tuck. I think some people we swear going to be in the second going to be like, Junkins in the first. Like,
that's going to happen.
I am afraid of that, bro. I am afraid of that. I am really afraid of a run on running back.
Right. Tags is tangled for like 3 rounds.
But I feel like we got to be prepared for the vets that we don't give a damn about and then we ain't talking about. It's a possibility that they might beat out the rooks that we home. Just keeping it real, because we saw that happen the majority of last year. So it's gonna be the test of us as fans and our pride, right? Because pride-wise, we gonna be rooting for the rookie backs because that's who we lobbying for. Right. But what if Miles Sanders come out there and do what he did 2 years ago, 13, like on a 1,300-yard pace?
If he get busy, I'll shut up. I don't care.
Right.
Produce. If
Junkins wants to sit there and wait.
I'll be all right.
Yeah. Our biggest thing is these folks ain't producing. That's really the issue we have. And a lot, you know what I'm saying? We keep signing a whole bunch of 1-year guys. And then some of these guys, when they do produce, it's like you sign them to 1 year. So now you got to sign them again.
You ain't prepared.
We got some goats in here, such as Mark Holmes out there, dog. The Godfather Mark Holmes in the building, and also my dog Vosh Lombardi.
Can I say something real quick about Mark Holmes, real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
He lost his father.
Yeah, prayers.
Condolences, man, to you.
Absolutely, man.
And obviously, Mark Holmes, he was one of the dudes I followed before I even got into the space.
I wouldn't be here without him, bro.
Yeah, so and then shout out to Vach with what he just said. He said, was y'all mad at Shotty when he said Tobert and Florida gotta step up?
Yes. Hell yeah, I ain't even gonna let him. I ain't even gonna let him finish, dog. Hell yeah, I was mad. I was mad as hell, bro. Because I already knew what it was.
He said Tobert first. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, because look, Vach. Listen.
See, that's God's work.
I'm just saying we want Cowboys prosperity, but I'm tired of just giving away. Like Tuck is right. Like that's Shotty's man's. He love him from Tobert, but
bro,
y'all got it. They got it. Like I'm out on everybody until they go do something. They are more than welcome to set me up because I'm gonna be on them all off season. Jalen Tobert and them ain't getting no passes from me. I don't care how good of a video you put out. You know them good videos with the shaky cam. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. If you don't
pictures, we don't care.
Nah, man, I don't care. Look, I don't care if you go to camp and catch 15 touchdowns. Don't do it in the game. And I'll shut up.
Hey, Star, I hope Star is out there somewhere. I hope Star is watching because I'm about to give her a shout out. Star said the realest thing when it came to Jalen Tobert, dog. I gotta say it. She was just like, he be so busy up Dak's ass. He need to go out there and work out with CD. You need to work out with.
Hold on. He did say that, Vach. I ain't like it. He said Tobert is our touchdown leader.
I got that man the touchdown. But listen, y'all. I mean, y'all know I'm a betting man. I will bet you guys any amount of money Jalen Tobert is going to get the crack at that wide receiver position, wide receiver 2 shot.
He better not.
He is getting it. He is getting it. Bro, when Shotty was introduced, who was sitting front row?
Fucking
Tobert and Dak. Yes, sir.
Tobert.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you who Jalen Tobert is. Allen Hurns. I'm telling you right now, you run Jalen Tobert out there as Allen Hurns, we're going to be trading for Tyreek Hill week 3 because we're going to be in our feelings. I'm telling y'all right now, last time we tried to do this, we can kind of get by. We panicked and gave a first up. Don't do it. He is not ready.
Hey, I already know what I already know what kind of coach Shotty is. My bad. Go ahead, Tuck.
I was like, I was reading the super chat from Sidney Jones. Says running back first round, sign Keenan Allen, get a wide receiver in round 2. Keenan Allen ain't going for single digits. Anybody gonna get double digit contract? No.
Hey, hey, can I say this? Tuck made a great point. Everybody adjust your thinking. Stop being crazy. This is not 6 years ago. If you want a number 1 receiver, it's going to cost you an established one. 35 to 41 million is now the market. Let it go. Good receivers cost about 35, right? If you want a number 2 receiver, they gonna cost you
15 down.
No,
20 down, right?
20,
right.
20, and 20. So
yeah. That's the cost. That's right.
27.
Right.
Stop acting like it's crazy. $20 million is for you too.
You saying it's so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
so it is what it is. You want Keenan Allen, you got to pay to play. 22
you got to
million
pay.
That was 22 million right now was 15 million 3 years ago. It's not like that no more.
Yeah, you gotta pay.
Man, that's so underrated what you just said, bro. Because see, we get sticker shot.
Trying to tell folks that
we get sticker shot when we see certain numbers,
ain't
but
no overpay. That's the market.
It ain't no overpay. That's the
You see, so Cowboys fans did that with Cooper Kupp. They said, "Oh well, I wasn't going to pay.
I wasn't going to pay no 15 million. Like what? That's cheap.
Oh,
that's not money.
With his
not money today.
They gave him 15 million.
That's not money today for receivers, y'all. That's not money. That's a deal. That's a deal.
They think, we paid. Paris Campbell is not good. That's why he came for $8.
I gotta go back to what if it's okay, fellas. I gotta go back to what Vosh said, bro.
See where was that?
He walked off. He had to walk. He did. He dropped it like it was he let the team.
And see, I gotta say this too, bro. I also gotta say this too, bro. I sure love watching Voch right now. I think the volume really helped him because I say Voch is moving like Pimp C.
That's a compliment if you know who Pimp C is.
Let me explain what I mean by that.
Pimp C, that dude.
Pimp C always knew you can't lose your base.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go pop and lose your base. I'm impressed that Voch has not changed since he been on that draft show. He still rock them do-rags. He still troll. You know what I mean?
Right. Don't let him get the buttons.
Because see, when you walk away from the volume, it's one thing you realize your base still got your back. The what built you still got your back, and he moving like that. That's the part I love about how he moving right now.
DMV?
He moving like you know how Pimp C said he didn't want to do big pimping.
Mm-hmm.
That's his story. People don't know the history behind it.
Also, separately, boss, you can't. The sauce that we bring, every last one of us, when we get in the kitchen and we start cooking, you can't. It's not duplicable. You can't.
Yeah.
Tuck. And you can't duplicate respect either.
Yeah.
Right. And you can't reproduce Voch. It's only one Voch.
Yeah, and it's a lesson when because a lot of people go get open doors. That's what's happening to a lot of us now. It's gonna be a lot of doors opening for content creators. Mm-hmm. But that's the model on how to move. The model on how to move is what got you there, stay there. You know what I'm saying? What got you there? All right. But let me go back to what he said though. Bro, that probably was the most aggravating part of Brian Schottenheimer. That probably was the most aggravating part.
Touchdown leader.
And people love that part, man. You know, we got to train these guys. We got to listen, man. It's only so much training go do, y'all. I'm just gonna be all the way honest, bro. Like I said this the other day. Nobody love football more than walk-ons. Nobody. Yeah. They love football more than any one of us would ever love football. But if you line me up against that walk-on, I'm going to toast him because I'm on scholarship. And I just had a different level of athleticism than you. You love it more than me. And I don't care how much you coached in walk-ons. They will still go bottom out.
Boss, and I'm a toast
you
without watching
walk-ons.
I'm going to toast you without watching film. Cat McMillan.
Yeah,
talent. Sometimes the talent.
Thank you.
Better than you, dog.
Yeah, fact.
I'm just better than you. I ain't gotta watch no film. I'm just better than you.
I'm 6'5". I'm 6'5" with a volleyball vertical, and I run a 4.5, bro. What's the watch? You gotta
film
watch
me.
You've been in the film room all week.
And we got these goofies, fluties, content creators out here talking about. Take him off the board over love.
Flutie.
You don't get your fluties ass. Doug nerd to talk about some. If you don't,
hey, I'll keep it real with you. I'm about to say something that people gonna see. This is my homer part coming out. You can't teach that height. Once he get his bearings in the NFL, I don't care who you put on him. I know a fan base that say they got the best corner in the league right now, and that's great. But when he get his bearings under him, and that height. There's a reason why Mike Evans be doing what Mike Evans do. You
Right.
can't stop that. I don't care what you are. Ask Quinyon Mitchell when he went against Mike Evans. Once Tech get his base under him, like like his bearings, and he can get past that press in the red zone.
Yeah, that catch rate is crazy.
Since Michael Gallup.
And here's what I'll ask people: somebody name me Tet's other wide receiver.
Bro, I don't even know who his quarterback is. I don't know nobody else on the team, dog. I'm gonna be 100.
And so a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, Arizona wasn't good this year." Okay, we'll go back to previous year. He did the same thing last year as well. 2 years back to back with no other threat on the entire Arizona offense besides him. He was the offense. And the only reason he didn't transfer to a bigger school because his quarterback Noah was his best friend. You know what I'm saying? They kind of grew up together. So like, you want to stick with his homeboy, but it's like people really got Tet messed up. And I think and I said this on Twitter, Tet is being knocked for the same reason that Luther Burden is being knocked, the opposite. You see what I'm saying? Because Tet, when you meet him, he's a very quiet demeanor, doesn't say much. So he doesn't have that dog mentality. But then when you have a wide receiver like Luther Burden who has that dog mentality, you don't like that either. So it's like when you watch the film on Tet, though, it's there. You know what I'm saying? And he has scary upside potential if used properly. But I think what Tet's getting victim of is the Quentin Johnson. And Quentin Johnson went for 800 yards last year and 8 touchdowns, and people act like that's a bust or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they're trying to tag that label on a Tet. Oh, he's just another Drake London. Drake London isn't a horrible wide receiver, dog. Like,
I'll take Drake London right now. He's better than everybody.
It's an upgrade to our wide receiver room right now. Yeah, I'll take Drake London right now.
I think people just need to get over the.
Now I was gonna ask Tuck, if Ted is there and one of the trench players is there, what do you do? Not what the Cowboys do. What do you do?
Oh, I'm taking Ted over everything. Yeah. If he falls to us at 12, it's damn near negligence to pass.
We've been needing that too long, man.
Yeah,
Dak has been needing that supersized weapon for too long.
Right, yeah,
that's why you got to get him over Matthew. Now, and I'm telling you, these other guys are actually better fits.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like if you build in your receiver room, it's only one of him, and it's one of those things to where like if you believe in the.
Go ahead. My bad, boss.
If you believe in the theory that your receiver core is supposed to be like a basketball team, we not a basketball team, bro.
No,
right? We got a bunch of point guards.
Oh, we'll get ran off the damn court, bro.
Right? We got no big man, bro. Like it's like who is your red zone guy? Who is your contested guy? Like who is like them other guys? Right. So it's like I'm tired of Dak having to throw the smurfs, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm sick of that. And he say, "Is Kim better, boss?"
I was gonna answer that.
I would say, man, like they about the same. Like they about the same. But I would say though,
I love Keon personality. I know they ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, that to me, that's yin and yang to me, bro. That's 1A, 1A to me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said in this last year's draft, Ted would have been the bottom of the first. He would have been the bottom of the first in last year's draft, no doubt.
That's the biggest advantage if he came to us.
But you know who wouldn't?
He wouldn't have to go against no number one corners.
Yeah, that's the key.
Right.
That's the key.
Nichols. Forget. He's
Nichols in corners.
We not the Panthers. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But to answer the question, because y'all know I love Keon Coleman. Ted is a far more complete wide receiver than Keon Coleman.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's not even.
That's big coming from Tuck.
Y'all know Keon's my dog, but Ted is far more developed than Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman in the offense, he was a basketball player, really playing football, and we just put him in winning situations. You know what I'm saying, with Jordan Travis. But
he also a better athlete too.
Yeah, Ted is more complete. Like he's really a good wide receiver.
He's more talented, more natural.
Why people don't understand though that Dak can move the ball between the 20s with Jalen Tolbert. Literally, I've seen him do it.
Facts, bro.
But the talent really does get different when you get into that red zone.
That's right.
Right.
And that's what changes things. Like Dak is good enough. I know y'all don't like Dak and y'all get over it. He can move the ball in between the 20s with these bad receivers that we don't want. Mm-hmm. But once he get to the when everything gets compressed, having a Ted McMillan would change everything.
And guess what? 2 years ago, when he had his all-pro year, y'all want to know who our red zone threat was? Brandon Cooks on a corner route.
Right.
That was a
was
little
a-
move. That was a little move.
Smurfs, bro.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I mean. Smurfs, man. It's
That's why
like,
we got
nah,
the interception.
you got to get Ted. It's only one Ted, bro.
It's only one. Now let me ask you guys this, because I was gonna ask this question on Twitter, but it's just Twitter, right? When it comes to drafting a wide receiver, here would be my one pushback at taking one at 12 is because any wide receiver you take at 12 should theoretically be our fourth option when it comes to our offense. And what I mean by that, our run game should be priority. You should get a running back, right? CeeDee Lamb is our wide receiver threat. You should want to develop Jake Ferguson in the middle of the field and open up the the middle of the field, and then it's the wide receiver. You see what I'm saying?
I think Jake gonna be back this year because Dak really got a connection with Jake.
Well, if Jake ain't back, I got a trick for his ass too. But we'll talk about it. I got some.
If Jake go back to the hood to get his hair cut, he'll be back. If he keep going to the haircuttery and keep putting on these damn Stetsons, then he ain't gonna be worth a damn.
I gotta make Ferg right now the fourth option.
Well, I mean, either or tight end. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying where Dak is safety blanket. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ferg, it's cool.
It's not even just out on Ferg. I don't buy into tight ends being number 2 threats unless you somebody like Kansas City. You know what I'm saying, boy? Kelsey. Like, you got to be able to put up a K. If you can't put up a K, number 2 don't belong by your name.
Or Bowers.
Or Bowers. You got to be those two to me.
You got to be different though, bro.
You got to be different like that to me.
McBride.
You know what I'm saying? That's why McBride. Like, you got to be like those 3. You got to be somebody that can win. Laporta.
If we drafted Tyler Warren, Tuck. If we drafted
but
Tyler
no,
Warren,
he's number 3 in Detroit. Laporta. He number 3.
Because didn't he put up a 1,000 his first rookie year?
He did.
But like right now, like if you the quarterback.
Right,
he might be number 4.
He's number 3. Right. So
he's number 4. He's number 4 because they got 2 backs. The 2 backs go before him.
How crazy it is. Detroit gets to have 5 options. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to offense, you know what I'm saying? Right. We can only have 1. But
how much
the running game needs to be priority. The passing game, CD should be the priority. And then whether it's Ferg or Ted or whoever. So do you think there's going to be enough left over for wide receiver 2 to Warren at 12? That's what's going to be
absolutely. Especially if we really commit to running the ball well, I think it's going to make it even better.
Opens up everything.
I think it's going to open it up for him. I think because if we running the ball successfully, you're going to have to get out of the too high look. You're going to have to, start really respecting the box, and you're going to have to come down, right? That's automatic. You know what I'm saying? Then if CeeDee Lamb going off, you're going to have to bracket that. You ain't going to just leave him one-on-one. So it's so many ways that a super quality number 2 opens up your offense. Like, your whole offense opens up. It helps your protection as well because you're getting the ball out faster. And this is the other thing I want to say that I haven't said, but I have to be honest if I'm being like just genuine about and fair. I kind of can understand why Dallas wouldn't want to go free agent receiver because of the cost. Because if you do commit to a first round receiver, that means you got that person on contract for 5 years, and it's going to be cheaper than anything you could get in free agency. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking at budgets, I get you getting a receiver in the first round, but if you're trying to win, you still sure up wide receiver 2 and then still go BPA in the draft.
Yeah, the most economical thing out of the players is what you just said. Because receiver is so expensive, you do get the receiver because it gives you a 4 or 5 year window.
Yeah.
So I get that. But if you're going to hold on to all that money, then trade and get me a veteran DT and stop playing.
Right.
Yes. Somewhere spin. Exactly. Like somewhere get these holes out the way, man. And I know you go feel me on this. I've been campaigning for us to bring back Trey Lance to.
Man, I don't know if I want to taste that battle right now, but I would.
He coming back. He coming back.
I would have to see how the draft go, bro, because there's some guys that I think in this draft that can be a little better.
But here's what I'm saying with that as we pivot. Why I would bring him back? You already brought him in house. You spent a 4th round pick on him. Right. And you started developing the project.
Right.
I'm not going to build you up for someone else to prosper off of you. You know what I'm saying? Now some people might
have been Shotty's call. Shotty might not have liked him like that. So that's something we got to look at.
I listened to Shotty and I clipped it out. I got 2 clips of where he talked about the new modern quarterback. It sounds just like Trey. He was talking about depending on these quarterbacks that use their athleticism. So when you start talking about that in this draft, you talking about now what 2? You talking about old boy from Notre Dame, and you talking
Riley
about
Leonard and Milroe.
You if I'm taking Shotty at what he said, it's like, bro, you need to go ahead and bring back Trey, bro.
But you know, Shotty say a lot of things, but he say a lot of nothing too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, I mean, he
was specific on that.
Shoulders. But you know what though, boss? You know what I'm talking about when I say this, and I was trying to get this point across. When I was listening to the things that he was saying, how he was massaging a whole bunch of different shoulders. He that type of coach, bro. He the type of coach that a head coach really can't trust. Like, and this is why Jalen Tolbert was front row at that damn press conference, because he that type of coach that put his hands behind his back, cover his mouth or whatever. If he got the play sheet, you know, if I was calling plays for real, you know, you be my number one, right? That's him.
Yeah. He be dirty macking.
Yeah, he be dirty macking. Yeah,
he be dirty macking McCarthy.
Yeah. And so that's why it's like you can't take everything until he really show us. You know what I'm saying? He'll say a whole bunch of stuff. He probably said that to Trey. You know, if it was up to me, man, you'd be getting all these snaps. It wouldn't be Cooper Rush, but you know, it is.
I gotta do a film breakdown on Trey, bro, because Cassie's really tripping on Trey, bro.
Save
don't do the work. Don't do the work. They ain't gonna respect it. You did the work, did you? They ain't respect it, did you?
So dug in when it comes to Trey Lance.
I saw that because I saw where you showed that throw he had, and it was a laser. The one to the left,
to Mingo, yeah,
man, that was probably the best play that we had since Dak was quarterbacking. That play right there.
But
let me know.
But he never played with CeeDee Lamb ever.
He never played with CeeDee Lamb. Like we never got to see.
How you gonna call him trash, bro? Like
hey,
what did he play with?
Let me, because I've been the president of the hate club for Trey.
You are. So not you have.
I will say this. Trey Lance got hated on by Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy didn't like Trey Lance for whatever reason. I don't know why, because either that or the front office. But he should have been on the field. We should have got 4 or 5 games to really see what he was. Yeah. But I think the plan, though, is what I think the plan was. And they executed it perfectly. His value is so low right now. They can go through this entire draft.
Exactly.
Right? And if they don't get somebody, they'll give him the vet minimum. It's that low. And that's was their plan. He is not vet minimum. He ain't that bad.
No,
right. That's what I'm saying.
Don't even get that, bro. How you gonna see nothing in CFL?
And I didn't think he ain't vet minimum.
No, he not.
Can't get a job bad,
bro. Like he really, dog. They had to bench Daniels, bro. People forget that. Like and people now. Oh, he lost. What's the quarterback for the Washington that got in there? Mariota. The only reason it took them a while to adjust to him because they didn't have no practice for him. It took about 3 series before they figured him out, bro, and they taped him up.
Can we give it 1,000?
He was Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito got a job. Let's not go crazy.
Right.
Tommy DeVito out here starting games.
Facts, bro. Right. You ain't never lied. Never mind. Yeah, bro, dog. He got to be.
It's just these narratives about Trey. You know what I'm saying? I was like, come on, dog. Like, I get it. There's probably some room for development, a lot of room for development, but you can't tell me Tommy DeVito and Mac Jones and all these other people still get jobs.
He thriving. Mac out here.
Either has to be something where he's rubbed someone the wrong way. Or Mike McCarthy, because I feel like Mike McCarthy was petty when it came to Trey in that preseason. Because you talking about the drive, you had that man throwing 50 times in a preseason game, bro.
60.
60. That's
just
this y'all got this. Y'all want here. Go ahead, have at it.
It did look petty, bro.
Play action system.
That's petty.
Because I think it was a lot of pettiness going on, bro. Personnel pettiness.
Yeah.
My bad, wrong.
Nah, I'm saying what you in a proper system, Trey could have been successful.
It's right. If you put him in a field system, like that's what people don't understand. Tuck, you said it best, bro. You don't take any quarterback and say throw it 50 times.
Right.
Every quarterback will look bad. Like, they
did it with Will Greer and he didn't, and we got rid of him. And they brought him back.
Times though?
He threw it a lot in his last preseason game before we cut him. I know he had a
Will Greer is my dog a little bit that game. I ain't gonna hold you.
Huh?
And see, and then I was just thinking about that the other day. So you got Trey Lance based on upside, and you spent the fourth round. You got rid of Will Greer. Then you put Trey Lance in your system to where he know your language for 2 years, spent the fourth. You bring Will Greer back, and you now saying you don't want Trey, who you spent the fourth on.
Boss, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. I think what happened and y'all, forgive me if I'm wrong. Y'all go look up that they say that Trey wanted to test the market. I don't think he knew that it was going to be this bad because he wants to play. He know behind Dak.
Yeah.
So now it's different though. Remember you?
Yeah, you humbled.
He's humbled now.
You're humbled, right? Yeah, I agree. But just what that, but here's the thing. We'll sit here and say, all these other people, you got to coach them up. Well, then coach this up.
Exactly. Coach up somebody that was a top 5.
If anyone has upside potential in a frame of a project, it's like I would try to renovate the one I've already started working on. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're trying to build a house. You didn't put the floor and tile it on. You're like, nah, I'm not trying. I'm done with it. Nah, bro, put the kitchen in. Let's finish the project. So
ain't no way he going to
do it. Because here's what I'm saying, y'all. If that goes down, we screw anyway.
We screw, bro.
Oh, it's just why not,
bro? Go down again. We all fully fledged drafted quarterback first round next year.
And then it's the thing. This is the last thing I'm gonna say on Trey, and I'm gonna be quiet, bro. People really got to go look at the difference between how Trey played and Cooper Rush. You got to really look at it. Like the biggest difference between Trey and Cooper Rush was those second opportunities based on that athleticism, bro. And it was obvious. Like, did y'all see how he was shaking off defenders from Washington, bro? That had him sacked to right.
No,
like, really go watch him play.
You right. But we had the most horrible scramble drill receiving. Like, it's like we never prepped for it. So after the play breakdown,
bro, look who we got.
Running around.
That's true.
Look who we got, bro. The worst thing about our wide receiver core is when Troy Aikman said our wide receivers was running lazy routes, and I went to the film. It's like, nah, bro, they going hard.
Yeah, I'm about to say they ain't lazy. They just sorry. They ain't lazy. Sorry. They sorry. They sorry routes.
He said,
one word.
When I watch them, it's like they're running lazy routes. I went to the film. Nah, Troy, they trying. They trying, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
they got no get on.
That's why we need it. See, that's how you bring it home. That's how you bring it home. Tuck this data. Our receivers trying their best, and they look like that. They trying their best, and they look like that.
And C said it best in the chat, bro. Like, think about what we did to Trey. All of us know wide receiver 2 is our biggest need. We tried to get rid of all these dudes, and that's who Trey had to play with.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And see, I want to say this. I said I was gonna say one more thing about Trey, but I do got one more thing to say. Tuck, it's sad, bro, that because I know how you move, bro. It's sad that I can sense that you like, they ain't hearing you, boss. And and you know why I know you like that? Because you showed the film and they still didn't respect it.
Yeah. I was like, so I remember I went to the Mingo film. Definitely check that out, right? Jonathan Mingo and Trey threw a dot. I was like, a dot. But he threw 5 interceptions in the preseason game. He's going to Canada. Get over it. I said, all right. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the energy.
That was a little mean. That was, look, I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, they hit you with the Power Rangers, Green Ranger flute.
Yeah. I ain't got the chance. I got my son's graduation coming up here in a few weeks, man. I got bigger things to find. I can't defend Trey. I need Trey to help me out. But it's like, it's just like if I take a player, let's say I take like Tyler Show out of Louisville, right? It's the same type of project I'm about to take on. So I'd rather take on the project I've already been working on and put money in.
And gave a fourth round
pick. You know what I'm saying?
I think my trade stuff was I didn't like when he showed up, the way it happened. Part of it was just I refuse to allow any of this. We moving off Dak. I went totally in. I ain't give Trey a fair chance. Because I was mad, like, y'all not about to start. I've been battling these.
You smoked Trey, bro. You was relentless. You
So
killed
I
it, bro.
apologize. I was wrong.
My dog
It
was
was
fighting
murder.
for Dak.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
hey, and I'm talking about some classics. You
Nah, I was
killed.
going in. I was
Ooh,
drinking
you was
too. I was
going
having a
there.
good
Ooh, boy, I'm talking about.
And see, this is the problem, right? Our front office puts these players in shitty situations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we come out and we draft the offensive guard and the Cowboys fans are banging on them on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? It's a bad situation, bro, to put this kid in. You see what
That's
I'm saying?
right.
Like, so
That's
like
why
even with
Guyton confidence all messed up.
like even with Ezekiel Elliott, bro, it's not Zeke's fault that we didn't call Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? It's Jerry.
Right. Yeah,
Wow, we brought back Zeke over Derrick. That's not Zeke.
I can't believe Zeke came back.
Yo, why do fans do that? Why do fans do that?
Right.
Why do
You know what I'm
fans like if we spent all last year, every last one of us, go get Derrick Henry, go get Jacobs. We was trying to get Aaron Jones.
I wanted to draft the back. So, boss, can you tell him how bad I was hurt, bro?
I did film on damn near every draft, running back prospect in the draft last year.
And then when we bring back Zeke, they act like we did it.
Yeah,
like
you Zeke lover. You Zeke.
I'm like, yo, bro, I was just begging for Derrick Henry. What are you talking about?
Remember Israel Anaconda? You know what I'm saying? Like all these players, we were.
I think Dirty Muggs got you right. You got to show Dirty Muggs coming CFT because this is what was really going on. Yeah. See, you was more so on that Dak slander, bro, and Trey was getting them strays because they was overhyping Trey too. Right. Yeah, that's because I want to call it like what was really happening. You wasn't really killing Trey like that. You was killing that slander against Dak. So that was stupid. Yeah, it was just crazy.
Them flute players like, no, Trey now. So
you're right.
Landlord being messy. Landlord being messy, bro.
Yeah. Landlord know what's up, man. It's team weapons. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get the strap, man. Team weapons up in here, landlord.
I swear, man. Team weapons.
Landlord, my dog.
Call of Duty, baby. Call of Duty. That's what we have.
That Tyler Booker
messy, dog.
Mimbu, that Mom Mimbu draft pick at 12 is gonna be a body shot to Cowboys fans. It's gonna send everybody to their knees.
I'll take Mimbu. Or just a great. I'll take Booker. I ain't gonna say Mimbu because Boston like don't be sacrilegious. But if both are on the board and you leave Tet and take Mimbu, you right. I'm gonna have a conniption.
What about Will Campbell?
Hey, boss, you saw me. I quit. I quit day 3.
Hey, you don't think he gonna be there?
I don't think him or Simmons is gonna be there.
Boss.
So
somebody go drop Tug.
I'll pivot slightly though. If we're talking tackle, left
they're
tackle,
not giving up on them still yet.
If we're talking left tackle, then my ears are more open to drafting offensive line. It's the guard thing.
Josh Simmons. If they drafted him, I'd be mad for about 2 hours, but I get over it. That's right.
I think
I'm finna throw a major curveball at y'all. Y'all know they be taking them tackles and converting them to guards, and they actually transfer real good. Zach Martin was one.
If they take offensive line,
I think the perfect one to do that would be Kelvin Banks out of Texas.
Yeah.
I think he's the perfect.
I think Will Campbell too. I think Will Campbell too.
Will Campbell too. But I think Will Campbell gone. I think Will Campbell goes.
If they take offensive line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Day 2, they better show out because if they give me a corner and a DT and then give me some 5th round weapons, I'm gonna be unbearable.
We should be unbearable too. We should go crazy.
Hey, boss, you know me, dog. Day 3, you saw what I did. I went to an amusement park. They draft me a lineman. They draft Banks at 12, bro.
Oh yeah.
Don't get me a running back receiver.
Yeah.
Hey, I have to go to King's Dominion for 2 straight days.
No, DMV would disappear on you, bro. Like he will abandon the whole ship. Like I'd be like, "Hey, DMV, we supposed to be doing a show." He'd be like, "What show, bro? I
did that too, bro. I remember after we drafted Kelvin Joseph, I left the live stream.
I'm just saying, like that wouldn't be crazy to y'all.
I took my kids to Sky.
The draft do you like that though? The draft do you like that though? You better have your emotions ready because if it goes somewhere we wasn't expecting, bro. It'll do you like that, cause man, I was like that when we got Tristan Hill over DK. I was done, bro. I was done. I was mad for a month. Yeah, we know too much. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
This is not gonna happen. But let's just say, because of age, he won't get a 1. Let's just say we take line, right? But then day 2 we trade for Tyreek Hill.
I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be hot.
Still gonna be pissed. I might be all right. Oh no.
I'll be all right. I'll be fine.
I might be all right.
Why you gonna be mad, bro? You got your killer number 2.
You bring me Reek in, I might shut up. I ain't gonna hold you.
Because we still throwing the ball 60 times, dog. And then in the third round, who we getting? Yeah, we airing that. Yeah, we gonna still throw the ball 60 times, bro. And that don't win us no game.
Spoiler, we airing the ball out regardless.
It can win us regular season, but we gonna air that.
You think we earn it out regardless?
We airing that ball out, bro.
We just talking, bro.
Coming off an injury, well, something to prove. He gonna here we go, his ass right out the run.
Right. Please don't say that, bro. Please don't say that, bro.
I'm telling you.
Don't say that. It sounds like us too. And
the only way I can see it happen is if we did get like a Genty where we have to force our new toy on somebody.
Yeah.
Let's say we draft, I don't know, like RJ Harvey or something like in the 5th round. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Kim,
he gonna look back,
man. And I'm gonna say this about Dak, man. Dak need to do better at running the ball then. Like, I'm sick of that shit. I don't care who doing it. I don't give a damn. It's like Dak, forget that hero shit, bro. Like,
that's over. It's over for that.
Henny funny. Yeah.
But we gotta call him out though, bro. It's like,
you're right. Henny right,
like, dog. Hell no. It's like, Dak, you're better as an elite game manager, Dak. You are better as an elite game manager.
This is why you should be team weapons, because outside of CeeDee Lamb, who can else he go to manage the game?
I am team weapons.
Okay.
Nah, he switched.
He switched. I don't know.
No, I don't know. See,
you picked up a strap.
That don't mean I'm away from Booker, but I still think you might not get it done in the draft, but you got to get it done. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to
get weapons. Who else can manage this game outside of CeeDee Lamb? So that's my thing.
I number 2.
You got to get a back, bro. You got to get a back. You have to, bro.
You got to get a back.
I'm about to piss boss off. Boss, there's a list. I'm gonna send it to you, right? They got interior offensive lineman. They got Booker at 13th. Now I'm gonna send it to you. And I ain't make this list. My point is, what if we got a Tet and we got Booker in the 2nd?
I would cry. Real tears,
because people overthought it and we just filled it.
And that's a possibility because that happened to Diggs. Like, and that's what get on my nerves. And when you get all these people, he ain't gonna fall. None of us thought Thomas was gonna be 1 pick away from us last year, bro. Tell the truth.
I'll take Booker in the 2nd. I won't even say nothing to you, dog. I'll be like,
hey, Rome. Yeah. And then we getting scam Catabo.
And he might fall to the 2nd, bro. Like, Booker is having a mediocre fall right now. Right. See, before the combine and before the Rascal bullshit, he was being mocked up to us and above us. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the tape said. But then, once that Rascal come out and then people start looking at, like I had somebody hit me up. Hey, man, he's unathletic, man. That would be malfeasance. It's like, bro, how dare you say that when you the same person that never agreed with getting any running back in the first? If you don't sit your ass down. And then on top of that, how you go ever criticize athleticism at guard or running back and then don't say shit about these tight ends that be sitting around top 15? Right. And it ain't just Warren. It's multiple tight ends that snuck their ass up the draft board and people ain't talking about. Like, for nothing. It's like, nah, bro. Like, Warren is the only one you can possibly justify.
DMV called Luke, what's his name? Luke Condra, a poor man's Booker. But on this list I saw right before I got on here, they got Booker at 13th under people like Cameron Williams. I said, what is happening? Like,
yeah, he dropped.
The pendulum swung too far.
Because what happens is
draft fatigue is happening, bro.
Draft fatigue and draft nerves kicking in. It's where you feel safe with checking all the boxes.
Right.
See, we can pick people based on film. We got the privilege. Our job's not on the line. But if your job on the line, you picking Matthew Golden over Booker. And it's only because of job security. You're gonna be like,
that's a good segue. Let me show you guys this, right? So Bang. All right.
Oh, my boy.
Colorful charts.
Bullshit. Colorful charts.
Colorful
Hold on.
charts, right?
Uh-oh.
So what they'll come do,
man.
they'll look at one of these colorful charts. And
Yep.
even though Tet has the film, Luther has the film,
Yep.
and Mecca has the film, they'll look at the traits and some of the production and just lean towards Golden. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's
Because
safe.
like Boss was saying,
The
their
Golden
job.
shot, I'm telling you. Bro,
You know?
Hey.
that 429.
And can we blame them, Tuck? Like, for real, like, if I put myself in a scouting position, I'm
Right.
working for the Cowboys, and I have to go talk to Will McClay and Stephen Jones and Jerry, and I'm want to be here for some years. I ain't trying to be no 1-2 year scout wonder. I'm trying to be here for some years. I know I will want to be righteous.
Right. They can't.
You can't.
Because what they taught us in the academy, right, is that it's easy to get a scouting job. It's hard to keep it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for them, they have to speak in absolutes. Like versus me and us, we can have wizardry, right? I can say, I get it, the film, but the measurables off, but I believe in Luther Bird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? But I would have to be
not on the line.
report and show all my data. So for them, if they're going back and forth, it's safer for me to just be like, okay, I have the film, I have the production, I have the combine numbers and the measurables. Here's my presentation. Right. So then that way, if Matthew Golden hits the fan, you can say, well, I had all that. You know what I'm saying?
Your game speed was this. He did that. You got it wrong too, Steven.
Right.
But if Booker mess up, how the hell you ain't see that? His Raz, it's gonna be that type of bullshit.
Right, exactly.
So, like for self-preservation,
well, you just had
we gotta recognize that we're in a privileged situation to look at these players. We are very privileged because our job's not on the line.
Right. So I understand it, but still, that don't make them right.
It don't make them right.
They'll do things.
I was gonna say this. Don't you think that the people in Baltimore, their jobs on the line too? It seemed like these type of players, like what we pass up on, they'll take a Luther Burden. Hell, they might take Luther Burden.
The culture different though, DMV.
Their culture is different.
Their culture is about football. Their culture,
and that's my point. Like it makes it, and it shows that it truly isn't about football.
Like, don't act like Golden. Don't act like stuff like the fact that this is about to sound real cheesy, but don't act like the fact that his name is Matthew Golden. You think they wouldn't want to throw Golden on the back of a jersey? That type of stuff come up in the
that's true
in that goofy little
bro. His like
Golden though. I don't think with these wide receivers is not enough star power for any of them. You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's
I don't think there's not that. Yeah. Oh my God, we got him. Like I think
he would be though.
Mac, it'll probably be split. Some of us will be happy, then some people come in the live stream. He can't separate. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I seen Ted catch the ball between his legs, dog. Like what's more Showtime than that?
But it's not glitz and glamour. He doesn't have a personality. He's not vibrant. Like when CeeDee Lamb happened, bro. Like it was tears, like rejoice. Like I cried.
Oh yeah. I cried. Oh man,
tears.
It brought world peace.
Yeah.
That was the last pick I felt like that too, Tuck. That was the last time I felt like
that. Last pick since CeeDee Lamb was Dez Bryant, where I felt like, my God, you know what I'm saying? And I just broke into tears, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think there's that type of wide receiver that they can go get that Jerry's just
Travis Hunter.
With.
Yeah, Travis Hunter, I feel like
that. There's a running back that can get like that.
Oh, yeah. If we made a power move and traded up, the Dallas Cowboys have now traded up to the number 9 pick. We get Genty. We all going crazy.
No, it's 2. It's another one. If we get Judkins, bro, I'm telling you, I've been looking at the polls.
You do it at 12 though.
No, I'm talking about if in the second round we get Judkins, bro.
Oh yeah,
fan base.
That's my sneaky pick.
Yeah, everybody would love that probably more than any first round pick we get. I'm telling you, like the vibe that I've been getting from the fan base, Judkins is the consensus running back that our fan base really wants.
I would
got
love
a Buka and Judkins, you can auto draft. I'm gonna chill out. I
don't care who the hell you deal. I'm out.
We good.
Yep. We're good,
and that's very possible. I don't think
Ohio State boys.
Ted ain't getting past.
Even if you're
not getting past the Saints, though, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Ted is not getting past Kellen Moore.
Hey, you know what they said Kellen might
I don't
do,
think
though?
so. I don't think he's getting to us, bro.
You know what our savior is?
I think Kellen would take Golden before he would take Tet.
I don't, bro. I just think there's too much smoke and mirrors when it comes to Tet, bro. These teams they do dumb things, but I would be shocked if they are this dumb.
You know who I think gonna go though? They said the Saints is looking at Dart, and there's one team every year to get hyped.
Right, grab a quarterback.
And I think,
boy, I would laugh. Hey, to my level of laugh, you gonna want to clip that. You gonna want to clip that.
It happens almost every year.
Go ahead, Kellen. Get your quarterback. Take Dart.
Man, my level, dog.
I hope that's true. What Angry said.
What he said. Shout out to Angry.
He said ain't good people.
They take a quarterback. It gets.
Kellen taking a QB.
Hey,
Kellen was.
I would love it.
That's why I
love it. I would be y'all the dumbest mother.
Yeah.
But it happens, and it happens every year, bro. It does.
Well, that's the thing, landlord.
Will Levis,
there's going to be
Stravinsky.
There's going to be choices there, whether it's Tet or Golden or Mecca, whatever. Right? They're going to be there, but are they going to pull the trigger? That's where I'm really scared when it comes to the Cowboys.
And that 4.29 gonna make somebody get silly. Henry Ruggs, that 4.29 gonna make somebody be like, F it.
Yeah.
Somebody be like, what?
That's a YOLO ball.
But see, CD fell and Jefferson fell just like because of Ruggs and Judy burnt out in the combine. You know what I'm saying? So it was just speed demons, and you also had speed demons from Alabama.
It never made no sense for to be honest, it never made no sense.
It never did.
Hey, he had the most production out of all of them. He had the most touchdowns out of all of them. He ran a 4.45. He ain't dropped not one ball in the pro day, not one ball at the combine.
CD?
No, Jefferson.
Oh yeah.
It made no sense for him to be where he was. None.
But his play speed is like
you had speed and you had the Alabama helmets.
Yep.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you, no, Philly messed up with how he messed up, and
Rager.
With Rager. He was supposed to go there.
Rager is nasty.
And that turned Howie into a monster. He said, "Never again."
Yeah, that did.
Yeah.
Never again.
He's been different.
That's the thing. Howie just simplifies it. I'm gonna just get the best player.
I would draft everybody.
And you know how would go with the consistent best too. Like it's like what we all like. You feel me? It's like if it's popular, he get it.
Right. You wouldn't have blamed Howie if Jalen Carter would have crapped out. You see what I'm saying?
Nah. Not at all.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
He wasn't going to crap out. That's the crazy thing about it, bro. He was that good of a player, and that's why I'm saying, like, player fatigue is a real thing with these people. Like, all right, well, he didn't have a great workout, and you had the car crash. So the hell what, bro? He's the best player in the nation.
Audio together.
He's the best player.
Mark.
Yeah.
That's cool. I got this soundboard I'm putting up. I'm gonna get y'all to help me with it. It's all good.
Yeah. So let's
it ain't a road caster, but it's
go live, bro. So we need to wrap up, huh?
Nah, man. I just said whenever we done, I go.
Okay.
You know, because everybody cooking, bro. Like, I got some straight steak over there too, bro.
Yeah, Bossman Lab cooking, man. But yeah, I just feel like when it comes to the draft, y'all, we still got a lot of holes, and I hate that here we are once again going to the grocery store hungry. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
hungry to the mug.
Because I mean, the defensive tackle is not off the board. I know a lot of people talking about Walter Nolan, and so it's just like it's gonna make the draft fun, but expect the unexpected.
I'm actually ready to be disappointed this year.
Hey,
bro.
You
disappointed the last 2 years.
Get mad, boss.
and the only reason I say that is I don't trust Dallas with needs. I don't.
Right.
And they're gonna ride all over Shotty, bro.
Remember we needed a DT when we got Tristan Hill.
Right.
And DK was sitting right there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I don't want in this draft, bro. But we positioned to do that. And I hate how they've been doing. It's like if they kill the draft, I'm gonna be so happy. But it's too much goofiness going on, like telegraphing. Oh, we're gonna go quarterback. Like, why would you tell the whole world that? So when you're sitting in round 5 and there's only one left,
right?
They go Dallas got at your ass, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's because you've been talking. It's like it's so much right now that got me like, you ain't get BPA stuff out the way. You know what I mean? So some go drop too. Somebody is go drop, bro. Like for sure. At 12,
so much talent though.
Right.
It's like I hate like Marshawn Nealon might turn out to be fine. But like when there's dogs on the board, I don't go to Western Michigan to go shopping. I'm sorry, no disrespect. And Nealon might be a beast, but it be like dogs from the SEC, the Big Ten, right there, and it'd be like,
Nah,
I'm smart everybody. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go get a third rounder in the second.
Right.
That's it, bro. That's hey, bro. You said nothing but bro. Listen, that was probably one of the biggest bars of the night, bro. Like we sit and we watch all of these dogs from these big conferences with the bright lights on, and we just say, you know what? I think we should go get a guy that our fan base has to Google.
Room.
Yeah,
I think they get a kick out of it.
Let's go school.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like no
Never
disrespect.
see it
Look,
coming.
I didn't know who Robert Flournoy was. Let's go get who.
In a draft full of receivers, dog. And that's the thing I keep trying to tell people when they talk about the running back and the wide receivers. Oh, it's a deep running back class. Bro, it was a deep wide receiver class, and that's what we ended up with.
Right.
Don't tell me about how deep something is. Get me some guys. Matter of fact, give me the best one. Give me the best one now, because I know the longer it waits, we ended up with another Flournoy. We ended up with another Tolbert. We ended up with another Brooks.
Yeah.
And then another name that keep popping up more than ever now, Jerry Jr. It's more. It's more voices in that room. It's not just Steven and Will and Jerry no more. They now the head coach say and Junior.
Right. Oh yeah. Don't forget to enter the throne.
Little finger.
Let's go ahead and knock out this mock real quick, and we'll run through it quickly. So they want to see the mock.
Hey, sometimes the fast mocks be when we be cooking.
Yeah. I mean, because at the point we don't have to think that much. So let's see here. Let's just drag these a little bit of randomness. We ain't gonna do no trades. We don't want to be here all night. And let's get it.
Randomness gonna have Travis Hunterton right there.
I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Before Mike. All right. So this is a little interesting. You got Tyler Warren.
Hey man, let me see who went first. Let me see where Tet went so I get mad.
You had Abdul Carter, Cam Ward, Travis Hunter.
Damn, they had Campbell at 7, bro.
Mason Graham, Matthew Golden going to the Raiders.
Tet went to the Panthers.
Jihad. Yeah. I think this is where Tet goes, to be honest with you. I think he goes to the Panthers.
But I've heard that their defense is so bad. Like, and I was listening to a Panthers podcast, and they were just talking about how they might be, getting somebody to help them with the defense. But
they got to score points. You got to help their quarterback out.
Y'all think it's a joke? Matthew Golden went to the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
That 4.29 about to shoot him up on the board.
Hey, that's about accurate.
Yeah, so this is what happens, right? This is kind of good exercise because what happens if 2 wide receivers go in the top 10? You know what I'm saying? So now things get interesting, y'all. So
I love it. This what could happen. This what could happen.
And we'll all be sitting back, man, hurt. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got
no I'm tell you what I want to do. I'm already tell you what I want to do.
I got a couple players that I'm looking at right now. Like Tyler Warren stands out to me. Luther Burden. I mean, Luther Burden, that's probably who I would pick, but there's some good defensive guys. Like Pierce is a good defensive player. Starks is a good defensive player. Kenneth Grant is that's really a sneaky one right there. Kenneth Grant.
Cowboys fans would
I would love it. I would love to pick.
Us draft nerds wouldn't be mad. But I swear, if bro,
they'd be mad as hell because
I'm not live streaming.
This trade back though, y'all. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm taking trade back.
Listen, man. I'm gonna
if I didn't trade back, I would take Burden or Buka.
Picks. I want to have this exercise.
I would have to go right here, man. I would have to go with the LSU tackle. Moving the guard.
I would strongly consider Will Campbell.
What's the trade-off?
I know I'm gonna get outvoted for that.
He said we not trading. We gotta stay pat. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, and see, because that's Will Campbell, y'all. That's a mauler, dog. You know, and they only start really questioning his arm length in the draft process. And to me, and I'm just telling y'all what I've always saw when I watched this film. I saw a guy that could play tackle, but I see a natural guard, and I see somebody strong as hell, with the retirement of Zach Martin, with us saying we want to focus on physicality, that would be my pick right here.
It's Campbell or Warren.
Campbell or Warren. DMV.
So what's the consensus? Is between Campbell and Warren? And that's who I got to pick from.
I'm out on Warren.
Nah, you can pick whoever you want. I want. You know why? Because I know I'm going crazy with weapons in 2 and 3. So you know what? Go on and you can go Campbell.
If it's me, y'all already know where I'm going. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no move down. What about move down?
No,
I don't want to do move down because it's too. I want to have the conversation about who, because it's going to be a situation. You know
can we debate that real quick? Just real quick.
No, I mean, honestly, if it's realistic, I would move down. Right?
Yeah, I would move down.
Right.
I would take Will Campbell right here, but if I got outvoted by the panel, I'm moving down 3 spots.
You know what? If it's these guys right here, I would go Josh Simmons, bro. I would go Josh Simmons.
So let's see what trades we have.
That's real. See,
I would go Josh Simmons.
Gangster.
We can move back to 15.
Yeah, but the Falcons, they're not giving up their whole draft. They got
26. Where y'all want to move back to? Y'all want to move back?
What you said is 12, y'all. It's to me. I don't care about need right here. I want that dude.
Well, then it's Josh Simmons, bro.
Yeah,
you know, it's Josh Simmons.
Is Josh Simmons on the board? Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, he's still on the board. Yeah.
Yeah, but you trade back to get Simmons.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying if we not trading back, and if we talking about just getting that dude, if all the medicals are checking out and all that stuff, Josh Simmons
That's
is
the thing that scared me about Simmons. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't want nobody that's coming
medicals.
Off. Baby
man, that's Campbell. Then Campbell
clean. I think
Zach Martin.
My Cowboys pick would be Campbell.
Let's go Campbell.
But my J Tuck pick, I'll be Luther Burden. But you know they ain't got the nuts for that. So let's go Campbell.
Yeah.
Campbell.
Let's go. I would be so crow. We finna run the shit out the
We get a running back now. I don't.
Yeah.
Right. So you got Aiden Higgins.
Damn.
Go Power Cam Scatterbo.
I'm going
Junkins.
Junkins.
Why y'all keep bringing this name up?
Junkins. I love
that. Hey, I clocked him at a 4.46, bro.
Ooh, this tough.
Ooh.
I don't care what your clock is broke.
Trey Amos. I love Braden Swinton out of LSU at the edge.
Yeah. Junkins is my dude.
Give me Junkins.
I'm going Junkins. All right, y'all want me? I'm back. I'm back.
Ooh, we running the ball.
I'm back.
Hell out the ball.
All right, so this pick for me would be Alfred Collins.
I would go Collins.
Trey Harris.
Trey Harris.
Trey Harris. I love Trey Harris. Harris. I go Trey Harris. I go Trey Harris. Trey Harris to be one of the best.
Can I make a case for Collins?
Route runner.
Make a case for Collins real fast. Now, Collins, we need a one tech. We need the depth. We need to be able to stop the run.
Hey, you know why I don't want Collins? Because you're going to want Collins to come in and be an established DT. Trade for me a veteran DT and draft me Trey Harris. We're going to want Collins to be what we wanted Mozzie to be.
I agree, Trey Harris.
Develop. I don't got time for development.
Coach File in the house.
Look, I just had to throw it out there. I'm with y'all, Trey Harris.
I'm telling you guys right now, you guys should really just circle on your radar Elijah Roberts out of SMU. Like, put this kid on your radar.
He ain't even on my radar at all, Tuck. You would educate me on him. I'm not on him at all yet. That's my first time.
Grew up in Dallas, Cowboys fan.
I'm with you, Ron.
So he has a
edge. What
he has? Yeah, he has a Jarrett Verse type body, right? Okay. So
I'll look him up.
I could definitely see Elijah Roberts being someone the Cowboys are high on. But me personally, I would go Trey Harris.
I have a question, Tuck. I have a question for you because I know you tight end guy. I've been hearing a lot of things of Terrence Ferguson. I have not done a deep dive in tight ends. Do you know anything about him? Because I've seen him as number 3 on somebody's board.
Yeah, he's rising.
I feel like out of Loveland, Warren, and like personally, I like Warren, right? But the thing about Warren, as I said, he's more of a weapon. And as I said in my film breakdown, the Penn State offensive coordinator was the past offensive coordinator at KU. You know what I'm saying? So Coach K went to Penn State, and he is an offensive mastermind. Like he is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's insane. So my question when it comes to Warren is, you have to scheme him up properly and get him involved, right? Just line him up the end, tight end. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he's going to be a strong point, right? Loveland, I feel like he's a complete tight end. He kind of gives me that kind of Trey McBride type feel. And I feel like Terrence Ferguson could be one of those guys who's kind of your seam guy, your wide receiver, good enough body. He isn't the best blocker, but your receiving type threat, that would be Ferguson. So you could go Ferg if you want to, but me personally, I would go Trey Harris here.
Trey, easy.
Yeah. I just saw the name, so I had to ask the question.
I'm be quiet after this. Y'all got me Trey and Judkins. I'll be quiet.
Nah, this draft already fired, bro. Because listen,
next draft, I'll be talking again.
Offense already is greatly improved. You go get massive push. You got a 3-down back, and you got a route runner. You got a route runner with Trey. Your offense is better right now. It's already cooking.
Damn, we.
I mean,
still more.
People don't like Dylan, man. I like Dylan, bro. People don't like Dylan. I like Dylan, bro.
Like, I like him too. And when I talk to
I like him, bro.
Balls,
I got threatened me. I told you it's auto draft.
He left hand deck. He left hand deck.
Yeah,
and he has a connection with the Dallas Cowboys. Like Tyler Guyton was his tackle at OU, and then Coach Adams was his wide receiver coach at Oregon last year.
People try to knock him over his
size.
Yeah.
Right.
How y'all feel about Ty Alexander? Anybody familiar?
I was gonna ask that question because I also seen that Huzzy was on the board too. You know what I'm saying? And corner, we definitely we're gonna need.
So I think Huzzy has an injury. I'm not sure. So he's had an injury. So I think he's recovering from an injury.
I don't mind Dylan Gabriel because I want a quarterback.
Yeah, and
him falling that far, you kind of
did Will Campbell. You don't have to go Luke Kendry here.
We're gonna get an A+ for the Dylan Gabriel.
We got wide receiver Upton Stout. We don't need another wide receiver.
Nick Nash, bro.
You better not.
Thomas is one of my favorite sleeper tight ends, but we got a lot of time to get him out of Nebraska.
Lou in the
I think you could go Dylan Gabriel here because I think that I can get one of my corners that I really like.
Yeah, Huzzy is injured. I'm not sure what the injury is. It might be a foot, something like that. I'm not sure, but I know he's injured. He's recovering from injury.
The Cowboys like a little injury deal, though.
Right? Injury story. We can save him.
And guess what? Hey, guess who has a lot of qualities similar to somebody that had a lot of success with Shotty? Dylan Gabriel has some Russell Wilson qualities in him too.
Can we look at corner as a group on this?
Let me see cornerback. Let's see what we got. Zai, Elijah, Odell.
Yeah, I like Burke from Ohio State.
I like Burke too. You can get him in the next pick, I bet you.
So you're getting kind of.
I like Tommy Hill too, but he's late.
Because Fintrell Cypress transferred from VA. He didn't have the best year last year, but
the dudes I like, they got them balls low.
Yeah, corners kind of got sniped. Mac McWilliams. So, I mean, if Huzzy's injured, O'Donnell, Zai, I feel like
look, we got some. I feel like we got
plenty of time for corner.
We can double dip at corner.
Because we're coming back at 170.
What about DT?
Let's say DT.
I bet you Hemingway, Tonka's
Tim Smith, Junior Tafana, Zeke Biggers, Big Cameron Jackson, Cam Horsley, Ty Robinson.
Cam Horsley is a guy that I think he plays some one tech because that's what we need somebody. We need some one tech depth.
Yeah, we do. Bad.
306.
Take Dylan.
I'm gonna throw this out here. I've been thinking about this today. Y'all remember the reports where they were saying Rodgers was outperforming Mozzie in training camp? Y'all remember that?
Yep.
I think Cameron Jackson from Florida too he had some one technique reps as well. Yeah, Brian Peters just said it. Cam Jackson.
Yeah, he said Cam Johnson's the big nasty. Is the big nasty. I mean, he's like 6'6", 2.
How you play?
It's not consistent, but he does have big. He's just a space eater.
I'm about to say
that's all we really need, bro.
I'll take a space eater
as long as he don't get moved.
He's a space eater. He's a space eater, but you can wait to probably get him though.
Yeah, for sure. You just need to know what's on the board. You gotta go
Dylan. What about Kobe King, linebacker? Love Kobe.
I'm not gonna lie, I like his game. I like Kobe King's game a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's very, very solid.
I think Kobe gonna still be there.
I would go Dylan out of this list right here.
I'm going Dylan right now.
All right, Dylan.
Positional value, you can't, like, not to be funny. I'm not taking no linebacker over no potential quarterback.
All right. So you have Denny Stoutsman, Tyler Shaw, Emory Jones.
Hey man, what's name mad as hell at us right now?
Landlord.
Nah. Defensive coordinator. A defensive coordinator mad as hell. We ain't got nobody on defense.
No, but
trade.
But free agency was the opposite though.
Shit.
They got all of the free agency.
Right.
True. Good point.
Yeah, they better sit down.
Here we can get them.
Real, it's fire.
We got Burks on the board, corner from
Denzel
Ohio
Ford.
State.
Hey, look. It's some post June 1st cuts coming up. You better spend some of that money. Stop being cheap.
Right.
Facts.
Jalen Lane, wide receiver, but we already got a wide receiver.
Ooh, man, we might need to double dip at receiver too, man.
Oh yeah, you see our guy.
Hey, yeah,
we got 174 too though. So like I would go I kind of think we need to go corner here. I mean, Tuck, do you know anything about Billy Bowman Jr. at safety? I haven't done a
I like him. I like Billy Bowman. He's nice. He's nice, but I don't think we need safety at all though. I think safety is too deep.
We don't never draft him in the first place, so safety is my position where I really don't scout.
If we're gonna be run heavy, I would double dip at running back. I would look at running back.
I feel like we can wait for running back though. To be honest with you,
Get another one
because
later.
we got Judkins, bro. That changes a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we ain't gotta force it now. I'm talking about just period.
Yeah, we can probably get.
And the guy I'm looking at right now, based off of like what we just got in Judkins, man, LaQuint Allen later on.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like later, yeah.
And my sleeper corners, like I love Jalen Smith, man. Y'all looked at Jalen Smith yet?
Yeah, Jalen Smith out of UCF.
I love him.
You like Burke? No.
You could lean towards Denzel Burke. So what are we looking for? Outside? You're looking for outside?
Outside. And that's where I would go with Burke.
Nah, I can't. You can probably go with Burke on the outside.
I love Muhammad too, man. What's y'all thoughts on Muhammad? I call him Baby Reeves.
I ain't that deep, boss. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I love him, bro. Like,
yeah, he plays on the outside, or he can play the inside because he's like 5'10".
He go beat her too later.
Yeah.
Jordan Lewis replacement?
Yep, no? That's him.
That was really what I was looking at.
The person that really plays with that type of Jordan Lewis is Jalen Smith out of USC. That's the Jordan Lewis that he plays with.
Yeah,
he's a dog, bro. Clear dog.
See, I gotta show deference, as Jerry would say, to my brother that did the work.
Yeah, facts, bro.
I feel great about them too, bro. But they go beat her too.
I'm gonna trust Boss when it comes to corner, just like you would trust me with running back, bro.
Yeah, you can trust me on them too.
I would consider Lindenberg or Stoutsman.
But you know,
I would go get.
But that receiver out of Louisville, that's 4.3 speed, 6'3".
Whoever y'all pick,
we got
away. So whatever y'all pick,
we about to go all offense, God.
Yeah, Trey Harris. Yeah,
but we got 171 and 174. Whatever we pick, we gonna get the other dude.
Hey, let's put some competition for Trey, like straight up, like cause Trey is a 4.4. This dude is a 4.3. You know what I'm saying? And he's 6'3". So you got Trey. What we trying to do? I'm gonna make the pitch. I'm gonna make the pitch. This is the pitch I would say.
Who we talking about?
We talking about Ty Felton.
You talking about Maryland? Yeah. Ty. Okay. Oh yeah, but hey, bro, hey, you ain't gotta sell me on Ty.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I gotta give you credit for Ty, because you the one that put me on Ty DMV.
They actually got
the one put me on him.
Because Caden Prather is a bigger wide receiver too out of Maryland.
Yeah, both of them can go, dog. Both of them. Jalen Lane from Virginia Tech, he had a really good Senior Bowl.
And it ain't nothing wrong with going double dipping when it's a quality group. If you know what I'm saying, I'm with it.
Yeah, I would double dip just because we went so late with receiver.
Right, we want to make sure we get it right. Yeah,
I feel like we need to focus on linebacker.
I'm kind of with you on defense though.
You're gonna get a corner right afterwards. We 3 picks out.
Yeah, I feel like linebacker. I feel like
whoever you take, I bet you get our corner that you want. I
would probably go Lindenberg or Stoutsman here. Jay Higgins fell off a cliff in the combine, so good thing I didn't stamp him.
Stoutsman, the Cowboys was actually meeting with him.
Who? Higgins?
Stoutsman.
Oh, okay.
Stuntsman, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
Oh,
Danny
okay.
Stutzman,
That's yeah.
That's a Cowboys player, bro.
Mhm.
Facts.
Yeah,
But I
let's
would
grab
take the
him.
corner before him.
I'm so happy we got
Stutzman.
He's such a leader.
Let's see if Boston
He's a
Sports
leader.
put it.
Sanborn.
They gonna be there.
Sanborn leaders.
Oh Lord.
Get the dude from USC.
Yeah. Oh Muhammad.
Quarterback? You said Jalen Smith?
Yeah. Oh Muhammad.
Or you
Either
think he'll
one.
be there at 204? That might
He'll
be
be
a
there. He'll be there.
You want to wait?
We can wait.
All right.
Because I'm cool with either one of them two.
Yes, we throwing darts at this
running
point.
back, Kyle Monaghy.
it's all darts, DMV. Take Hemingway. We ain't get
I
no
would also
DT.
say corner is something we might need to double dip too, just because
Take
it's so
Hemingway.
banged up.
I'll take
Talking
Tony.
Hemingway. All right, I'll give you that one wrong. We can go to do tackle yet, right?
We
Talking-
didn't. We didn't take
We
her
ain't get no DT. That was it.
Oh, okay. That's a good pick.
Dog,
He
Big
gonna be a
Jack Nelson.
developmental anyway. There go Tuck boy Jack Nelson.
And Jake
Yeah,
Major.
dog.
Center. Love them both.
We got Will
I
Campbell.
love
though.
Jack Nelson too, bro. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I love Jack.
I
Jack-
like
Jack got
Jack
no
too.
swing
I think
but
I
we got-
gave Jack. I gave Jack 4 stars, bro.
All right, I got
Yeah,
it.
but think
good,
about our team, dog. We are very, very deep on O line. We're very, very deep, and we just
Yeah, we
got Will
deep.
Campbell
We need
with
the
the
corner
with the,
then.
with the,
Right.
Yeah, we
need the
deep as
corner.
hell. Oh yeah,
We need
Yeah.
the corner.
I say double dip at corner, man.
Corner.
Mm-hmm.
Did we already get a corner?
Yeah, we took
I bet
Jalen
you.
Smith,
I
didn't
bet y'all this. I bet you Jack Nelson there at 211, and you could just take him there.
we? Let's see here. So you could probably go. Let's see.
I would.
here.
I kind of think the best play. Well, you got Jake Majors too, the center too. Like
I said Brady Cook. Hell no. Hell no. I love.
We
Jake
got
Major.
Gabriel already. We
I
good.
love Jake and Jack. Caden Prather. He's met with the Cowboys.
pray to. He's sitting there, dog.
What about-
teasing us.
I heard Henry say this. I'm gonna just throw this out here. Since we late, what about Miles Lacey and pay for his defense team? Miles
We did
Frazier,
that last time.
that was his
Lacey?
idea. I like that idea. He said when he get late, shit.
Right.
I'll take Miles Frazier.
Another guard.
No, oh no, not Miles Frazier.
Well, we know that Campbell got position.
What receiver?
Campbell could go anywhere. Tuck.
Receiver out of LSU. My fault. Not Miles Frazier.
probably would go-
Yeah. Kyron Lacey.
Kyron Lacey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take
We'll
Kyron
get
Lacey.
to
But
him
he always
later.
there in the seventh.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do it in the 7. He gonna be the. Yeah,
always
I
there in the
would
7.
though. I ain't mad at that.
Wait.
We go defensive interior again. Rondé Gadsden, love him tight end. That's
Hey, Afton Chisholm, that's right there, that receiver. That is your Puka Nakua Cooper Cup type. Hey, he can ball, bro.
out of Eastern
Afton
Washington.
Chisholm. Yeah, dog.
Um,
Cut the film on. I'm telling you.
and then
telling
Jimmy
you.
and Jimmy
Horn. What about a dude I always love late? Sanders, bro. I love Sanders, bro.
You love Shiloh?
You
Love
just taking
Shiloh.
that pedigree.
I
You just- you
I
want
didn't
that-
like
you
his
want that
tape.
bro.
I didn't like his tape this year. I liked his tape last year. This year,
Shiloh
man,
would knock your head off.
he sure as hell will.
That would be a pick to get some last cheap hype.
It's the last
You
juice.
can't get your door, but you got Shiloh to get the prime impact in Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Jack
some
Jack
cheap meat
Nelson
with
is the
you.
best player on this board, though.
I would take
But
Shiloh.
I would also say he the hardest hitting safety in this class.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like
listen,
he knocked back running backs. That's
Last
coming down here.
last 2 picks should be Shiloh and Lacey.
Where we going, y'all?
Oh, right now, go
Yeah.
get that trash can full of dirt.
Who?
Cameron.
Go get Camera. That'll be our 2 DTs.
Cam
Go get our
Jackson?
trash can
Yeah.
full of dirt.
I like that.
All right.
I like that. That's very good.
Aiden
love it.
Prather,
Did we get 2 receivers yet?
No, we're
Not
gonna get
yet.
Lacey last because he gonna be there.
Okay.
I mean, technically, you can get your field stretcher right there.
might be in
and
the, might be in the Bing, but you know,
We gonna give Tuck his tight end.
Quentin Jackson, running back / quarterback. That's Henny's dude.
Oh, is LeQuint still on the board? Or is he gone?
I'm down with that.
Running back.
Me,
Me too. I'm down with that.
start me with the running.
Quentin Jackson,
I think he's gone.
Yeah,
Jaquavius Marks got some good tape too.
Yeah, there's a lot of good running backs that's not even on here on this mock draft. Jack Campbell just went to the.
No, there's no late tight ends you want. You good on that?
Who I could do Luke Lashley, but I like Arondé Gadsden, bro. I really do if his kick can stay healthy.
I don't even know who that is. Can you click on him?
Yeah, so Arondé Gadsden's dad played in the NFL.
Okay.
He played for Miami, was it?
What's his measurables?
bro?
Go to first look.
I think so.
Yeah, do they have
6'5", 236?
he light?
Yeah, he's light. He's a receiving threat tight end.
Yeah, so he'll be an off-ball tight end.
Yeah, off ball. Yeah, more wide receiver convert.
Yeah.
Mismatch guy. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. And then Tuck got good sleep eyes, bro. I ain't tripping. If you want him, and
his dad played with Dan Marino, right?
Yeah,
he was in Tecmo Bowl. He was in Tecmo Bowl, I think.
Right.
Real good sleep eyes.
Let y'all want to double dip at linebacker.
Can we look at corner one more time?
Yeah, let's go back to corner. Also, we took Dylan Gabriel, but I really like Tyler Shubb, man. He had a good season.
You like Tyler?
It's just the injuries, bro. It's just the injuries. But the frame, everything is there. You know what I'm saying? So if you're taking a mold of clay, I could go with Frentrell Cypress because he can play slot too. He was good.
That's what we need. That's a need.
Because he played slot at Virginia, played on the outside boundary at Florida State too.
And we finally
click on him. I don't even know what that is, man.
He played all three.
Can you go to first look?
Yeah. So
Tuck
6 foot 188.
Yeah, big good size.
Yeah. So he's decent. Yeah, he's decent.
Hey, we know you use the T-step, boss. You still want him?
I'll take a T-step. That's like
me with that T-step, bro.
Shit, it worked. I had to do both. I had to do both. I wouldn't him or Tommy Hill. Or do you like Mac Williams as well? I loved Tommy last year. I ain't looked at Tommy this year. Boy, I loved Tommy last year. I saw Tommy lay some big ass hits last year, boy.
Hey, I want to say
Tommy. I was like,
I want to say he whooped up on Colorado this year because they beat Colorado. They beat Colorado ass on national TV, bro.
I would take Cypress.
I'd be capping if I say I looked at Tommy Hill this year. I didn't. I ain't gonna lie. I did.
And then I would take
after
the corner, I would take Sanders.
You look like you want to get that quarterback, man.
What quarterback?
You keep going up to him.
No,
we already took Dylan Gabriel.
We already took Gabriel.
Can't take two quarterbacks.
No, so look, I'm gonna tell you, there's two guys that I'm looking at right now: Jake Majors at center, and I'm looking at Prather.
CJ quality.
The reason I'm not going Majors is because we took Frazier. Campbell. I'm sorry, because we took Campbell. Because typically I would take Jake Majors and play him at center and move Cooper Beebe over at right guard.
I got you. I understand.
You don't want to take him for depth?
Nah, we already got Brock Hoffman. You know what I'm saying? So
then take the corner. Take Cypress.
And he got TJ Bass as well. Now,
I was gonna say Cypress. It might be a little too rich to take him right now.
Take him. Most of these dudes are gonna be fighting for their life at the bottom of the rock. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. You throwing dark.
All right. So shit. Let me I'm gonna go with Luke. I'm gonna go with Luke, man. I'm gonna go with Luke. Actually,
we got an Iowa tight end, baby. Man, we went straight offense.
I'm with it, man.
We got some defensive guys.
Life ain't hard, but
we got two D teams in a corner. They better sit down.
That's fair, man. That's fair as hell. If you look at how they did free agency, bro, it's like, yeah, you need to do this. You need to go heavy offense in the draft because you went super heavy defense in the free agency.
Where's Shiloh?
So would you go Lacey here or Cypress?
I would probably do Lacey.
For the upside, I'm going Lacey upside.
Yeah, they got my dog Elijah Austin.
Lacey would be last, yo. I'm telling you, he gonna be there. Ain't nobody taking him.
I'd like Nick Martin as well, high motor. He kind of has an Overshown type feel, like a Timu Overshown.
Yeah. Especially now because we think it's special teams too.
Right. So if we're gonna do that, I would probably go with Elijah Austin then. Out of Miami.
I would take Kyron Lacey last. Y'all don't want Shiloh? Or y'all good on that?
We good.
You good? You don't want Shiloh?
I love Shiloh, but I'm liking the special team start at linebacker.
But what about him on specials though? He might be a good specials guy if he is seeking missile.
Franklin.
No, we need an edge. You can take edge.
Okay, yeah, I'm cool.
What about Lacey though? That's right now is where you get him. He's gonna be right there.
Get Kyron Lacey.
Mm-hmm.
Pay lawyer fees.
Pay the lawyer fees, dog.
'Cause I
Boss
feel like,
man.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
'Cause
go
some-
for the upside.
Boss
I'm
yeah,
man,
because like I said, when it comes to Lacey, man, when I saw the
He
Saints,
he got to get out at some point.
when the Saints posted his pro day.
how they do us? How they
All
do
right,
us?
so that's whack. Great. So
hate it.
Trey Harris, love it. Campbell, love it. Judkins, Trey Harris, Dylan
He was
Gabriel.
eating at the top.
Danny Stutsman. So I feel like 1, 2, 3 is solid.
4.
Danny Stutsman will be rotational. Tonka be rotation. Got a big defensive tackle. Luke work his way up. Elijah be a special teamers guy. And then you have Kyron, just a massive upside.
I could live with this draft. I could live with
not
it
bad at all.
because you got 2 starters. You got
We got
Luke
thrown a
and
wrench in the beginning, though.
And
We
I
didn't
would
expect
also
to have
say
no-
this.
Got
This is
3,
the thing
bro.
about this draft. This draft also perfectly says what Shotty said. He said he want a physical team. That's this draft, bro.
Right.
That's this draft, bro.
That's
This-
how you
Everybody
label it.
mad, bro.
It's a
Everybody
physical team.
mad. We went offensive line, bro. They hit the
They'll be
offensive
mad, but they'll get over it. Like it's the moment Will Campbell bust somebody in training camp, they'll go, "Oh, I like him now." It's, you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
so,
man. Shit.
I mean, I would have been opposed to offensive line, but it was Will Campbell sitting
it
there.
was
you know
Will
what
Campbell, and I think that's gonna happen, bro. I have a feeling that's gonna happen.
I'm saying?
I have a feeling one
As
of
long
these.
as round 2 and 3.
I'm gonna tell you an offensive lineman guru that will be mad. Lou will be hot.
You don't
Over
like-
Will? Over Will?
Yeah, bro.
You don't
Lou
like
will be
Will
hot.
Campbell?
He don't like Will?
He don't like Will, bro.
Mm.
I know you out there watching. Where you at, Lou?
I know a
Bring
lot
it
of
on.
people don't like Will at tackle. I know a lot of people don't like him at tackle.
He don't like Will Campbell.
Like, cause I'm gonna be honest.
Man,
the
see,
same
I'm
thing,
out there
the
diving
same thing.
off
See,
of-
let me say something about Will. See, Will is just like Ted. If Will would have been in last year's draft, Will is at the bottom of the draft.
Or how about this? Ekbuka,
Facts.
if he would have been in the draft 2 years ago, he would have been probably the top receiver. taken.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It says play too high.
Told y'all.
And then he said Jurassic Arms. That's why I'm thinking guard. That's why I'm
Yeah.
thinking guard.
Yeah, but we can fix that, bro. I feel like that's gonna be just fixable. So yeah, man. So we appreciate y'all tuning in for cover 4. Boss man, appreciate you popping in with us, man.
Boss, you still going?
I'm
You
gonna
back
still
up?
go, bro. I'm gonna still go. It's worth it.
Always a pleasure. He gonna
All
go
right, about to
again.
jump in
That's
them-
what I'm saying. I
Hey.
can tell his eyes. I know he cooked up something, man. So
I'm gonna do it quick though. This ain't gonna be a long show. I'm gonna be in and out. Cause at first I was gonna do film and everything today. I was gonna do film because I was gonna wrap up my free agency like looks. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling it the Amari Cooper plan where we looking at trade options. So we done already looked at about 7 trade options and like put eyes on them. I had 3 more today. I ain't doing it. I'm gonna just hit the high point that I was gonna talk about where Jerry is playing us, bro. I'm gonna prove it today too. He playing us.
Hey, so y'all heard him. Everybody that's in the chats or whatever, go over to Boss's channel. And how long you gonna be? It's gonna take you to get up?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. So do it. Do
All
a
right, man.
delayed
Y'all go over
raid.
to Boss Cowboy.
Delayed raid.
Yeah, get that raid, man. But we appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. Like all the channels, subscribe to all the channels. We're gonna continuously do this content weekly. We got some more guests coming on, so we're gonna keep rocking, man. So we appreciate y'all, Cowboys Nation. We want y'all to have a good one, and we out. Cover 3. Peace.
Thank y'all for having me, fellas. I love
No
it.
problem, broski.